What's up guys, today I'm going to compare the Sony Edge controller with a Remap kit that you can buy for a fourth of the cost. Now in this video I'm not necessarily reviewing each product as there's a trillion and one videos unboxing and showcasing both. Instead I'm going to tell you the pros and cons that I experienced with each of them, and hopefully that'll help you choose what'll fit your needs best. So the biggest difference is the Sony Edge is ready to go out of the box. It takes 5-ish minutes to set up. You can mess with the settings and within 10 or so minutes, you're good to go. The Remap kit, however, you have to take a pre-existing controller and tear it apart, remove a bunch of the internals, and plug in a bunch of the stuff that they send you. Now I understand that this may seem daunting, but it was really easy. I mean, if you've ever taken a phone apart, or honestly, even if you haven't, you could still do this. It did take me 2-ish hours.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
I followed along with the video by I Am a Caveman, which I'll post in the description. His video provides very clear instructions on what to follow and how to not break your controller, which is what I appreciated the most. And he provides a lot of useful tips for if you're struggling, or if you have big meaty claws like I do, where trying to unplug a ribbon cable is like trying to pull two atoms apart. Now, if for some reason you don't want to do it, you could also probably take this to a repair shop or a phone repair place and honestly pay a couple bucks and they'll do it there for you, and still in the end pay less than what the Edge controller costs. Pro that the Remap kit has over the Edge is battery life. Now this matters to me because I play through remote play on my iPad, so I can't always have my controller plugged in and charging. With the Edge, I usually get about 7 hours worth of gameplay, but with the original, even with the Remap kit, I still get a solid 12-ish hours. So if battery life is important to you and you're not always able to have it plugged in or charging, this is something you might want to consider. Now, one thing that did piss me off with the Remap kit is if you have the DualSense charging station, the official one, or something similar that uses the connection at the bottom of the controller to charge, the Remap kit sits too low to allow for that connection. So now the dock that I bought so I wouldn't have to use cables is kind of nullified, but it's just something to consider. If you use that, or if you use the USB-C charging docks, it's a bit different, but if you use the official one or anything that uses the bottom connection, you're gonna have to go back to using a cable. The Edge has the adjustable trigger lengths, which is friggin' sweet. It's super awesome. The same company that makes the remapping kit, however, sells the trigger kit for the PS5 controller, and it seems like a super easy swap, so that also is an option, and they're like 15 bucks as of the filming of this video, which still makes it cheaper than buying the Edge controller if you're willing to put in the time to take your controller apart and swap it out. Now, the remapping itself, I actually prefer on the kit. All you do is press the button on the back to turn on remapping mode, hold the trigger and the button you want to remap, and then hold that button to turn it off. It's that easy. You can do it on any screen. You don't have to turn the controller off or do anything crazy. Now, one thing to consider, if you do want 4 triggers on the back as opposed to 2, I bought the metal version, which only comes with 2. They do offer a plastic version that comes with 4 triggers on the back, or paddles. So if that fits more of your needs, that is available, and I believe it is cheaper than the metal one. I just needed something to toggle sprint or melee and then to jump. So that's just me. It's just personal preference, but that is an option if you prefer that. So after spending some time with both controllers playing pretty regularly, there are some pros and cons. A lot of these are subjective and my personal preference, so don't take them to heart. I personally think that the original PS5 controller, the regular DualSense, feels better in my hands, and I just kind of prefer to play it. The Edge, however, is really well built and feels very premium and has a lot of dope features. It comes with a lot of extra stuff, so you don't have to go out of your way to buy each individual thing. Although I will point out that you can get custom joysticks and other features that the Edge comes with and install them yourself for a fraction of the price. Now, personally, I didn't mess with any of the settings that the Edge comes with, such as the dead zones and stuff like that. I just didn't see a need, and I'm kind of lazy, and that's just purely personal preference, as I just don't care for it, and it's okay if you do. So ultimately, if you don't care for the nitty-gritty things, or if you don't mind putting in some time and customizing your controller, then definitely go for the Remap kit. In my opinion, it definitely goes head to head with the Edge. I don't know how it would compare to the Scuff controller or any of the higher end models as well. If you want my advice and you want to save some money, or you don't really care for all the fancy Edge settings and stuff that it comes with, definitely go the DIY route and just build the controller how you want it. In regards to gaming, I honestly saw the same performance with both controllers. I was able to pop off with both of them, and I was able to be trash with both of them. So if you do go with the Edge controller, it's not a bad purchase. But if you do go with the Remap kit and DIY it, that's also not a bad choice. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully I helped you make a choice on what would fit your needs best. And just remember, don't get salty, just get good.